What's up guys, it's time for a very special video. Let's compare the 10th anniversary Galaxy S10 Plus up against its great-grandfather, the Galaxy S1. It's so amazing to see how Samsung has grown as a company and how much they have improved their products over these years. It's absolutely mind-boggling. In this video, we're going to be comparing the first ever Galaxy S phone, the i9000 model, up against the Galaxy S10 Plus, the latest and the greatest flagship of this year from Samsung, and just appreciate how far we have come in terms of technology and innovation. And thanks Samsung for their awesome brilliance. And before we get into this, I just want to remind you that I am giving away a Galaxy S10. To enter this giveaway, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and leave a comment on my unboxing video. Link will be down below in the description. So let's begin with the design and build quality. So much has changed between these generations. I mean, if you send someone with the Galaxy S10 Plus to the time when this phone was announced and tell the people that this is the product that they have created 10 years in the future, they would probably not gonna believe you. And it's so hard to believe that this is a Samsung first generation product. I mean, if you look at Apple's side, even the first generation has so much similarity compared to what they have right now. I mean, up until the iPhone 8 Plus with that home button design, everything was just so similar. But on Samsung's side, things have improved so much. The company that started off with a thick plastic design is now making this premium glass and aluminum look, which looks absolutely incredible. Everything has gone super premium, but some things remain there even after 10 years. For example, the headphone jack. Yes, the headphone jack is indeed on this 2019 flagship phone where everyone is just dropping this feature. Samsung is holding on to it. And we still got the ability to expand the storage via micro SD card. Despite having all the technologies and the 4100 mAh battery size, the Galaxy S10 Plus is only 7.8mm thick compared to near 10mm thickness of the original Galaxy S Boy. And it also has a much smaller battery compared to what the S10 Plus is packing, but that just shows how good Samsung has become with its smartphone designs. When it comes to the displays, it has become an obsession. Samsung has made a name in the display industry that they are the absolute best. Over the years, the display technology has improved so much that every year, whenever Samsung releases its flagship phone, it becomes the best phone with the best display. So the Galaxy S10 Plus comes with a Quad HD Super AMOLED display that has the most color accuracy. It's super sharp, and it's also having the Infinity O OLED design, the actual cameras in the display itself for that maximum bezel-less look. Something no one thought it's possible, but Samsung made it. Compared to the first generation, which only has a 4-inch Super AMOLED display, 233 ppi, I mean, this is an incredible transformation. And back in the days, there were no security things on the phone, like no fingerprint scanner. We had to trust that good old pattern. But now we have something that we only imagine to happen in movies, which is a fingerprint sensor inside the actual display. It is absolutely incredible how quick and seamless this unlocking method is. Now let's talk about the internal power. The Galaxy S1 came out with Exynos 3 chip along with 512 MB of RAM. 10 years later, the Galaxy S10 Plus comes out with Exynos 9820 chip with 8 gigs of RAM. This thing is so much more powerful, and well, the numbers show the difference. We have such a massive difference here. The S1 came with just a single core chip, so it has a 461 single core score, whereas the S10 Plus scored 4,481. Insane. And because it's a multi-core or an octa-core chip, it scores a total of 10,306. One of the highest scores we have in the smartphone Android game. This is absolutely incredible. The power, the efficiency is increased 100 times over these 10 years. Now, apart from the amazing hardware innovation, we also have huge jumps when it comes to the software. So the Galaxy S10 Plus comes with Android 9.0 Pie, whereas the original Galaxy S phone comes with the Android Gingerbread. So much has changed, but the core value of Android is still the same, and you can feel it even after 10 years. The performance on the Galaxy S1 was actually pretty good for its time, for its single core chip, and with this Android version, obviously now we have so much more, like running multiple multiple applications on one display, close applications from the multitasking tray without any problem, whereas here we had to go in the good old task manager to end it all. Android has grown a lot. We have so many applications to play with. As the Android platform grew with all the app support that it has now, Samsung also improved its software massively. From a laggy TouchWiz UI, we have a very fast One UI system so that you should be able to reach every part of your display with just one hand. Surprisingly, the Galaxy S1 has dark UI elements everywhere, which is something you can do on your Galaxy S10 Plus as well with just a click of a button. Just like the current stock applications like the phone dialer, the messaging app, the calculator, it is all dark. But despite all the numbers difference, let's do a quick fun speed test and just to see, where we stand in terms of the actual speed between the first generation and the 10th generation. Obviously, this is running the Gingerbread, which is no longer being supported by third-party applications. So I cannot install and test the apps that we use right now, but you can see the boot up speed, not a huge difference. Obviously, some people do think that old devices were too slow, but you can see that boot up speed is still close to a 10-year later product, which is actually pretty cool. So this one says sweep glass to unlock, whereas now with the S10 Plus, you have the in-display fingerprint scanner. Samsung has this TouchWiz UI that they have built over the years. It was really bad at some point, but now they have improved it massively. The speed, the features, everything has improved. This phone, even after all that time, still feels quite smooth for its old age. It has a 1 GHz processor that is still doing a pretty decent job, and for that particular time, this one feels perfect. Other than the stock-based application, a lot of stuff is now obsolete, such as the YouTube app. Alright, let's quickly open some stock-based applications. Phone dialer. Whoa, okay, so this actually feels really quick on this one, mainly because no animations. Really fascinating stuff. We have the really fascinating stuff. We've got calculator, and still, it's doing a great job with the basic stuff. Again, this phone is perfectly usable for those basic tasks. Another thing that has improved a lot is the actual touch response. This one feels so different compared to this. Like, the touch input has improved so much. The actual settings application look pretty similar as well with the icons. The basics are still there. Let's open up camera. Wow. Camera really takes a lot of time to open on this one. Obviously, with 512 MB of RAM, the more apps you open, more slower performance you're gonna get. So this is the browser opened up on both phones. I've opened the Google page. Back in the days, the smartphone size were so small, and this is now truly a blessing to have a large display. If I'm typing something, I have so much screen area to play with. The keyboard takes less space, whereas on this one, it's just so hard to type. So I'm just gonna Google search Apple. Still not bad. Obviously, once it loads, the scrolling is definitely not as smooth. It takes time. It actually misses your response as well. Here it is so much smooth and the text looks so sharp. Let's load an actual website on both phones, and you can see Samsung's Galaxy S10 so quick, not noticeable at all. You just have to not wait. Oh, that just actually crashed. It couldn't even load its own Samsung.com website. We're so lucky to be alive in this era. Technology has become so much better, and I can't wait to see what will happen 10 years from now. Other than the software, let's talk about the cameras. I think this is where we have the most amazing transformation. The images that we can capture right now with the Galaxy S10 Plus camera is absolutely insane. Instead of having one camera, we have 3 cameras on the back of different focal lengths, meaning you can take 3 types of pictures while standing at one place. Not only that, we've got 2 front cameras as well for those amazing high quality selfies. It's so incredible to see how good smartphone cameras have become, and Samsung has certainly made a lot of improvement. You can shoot 4K videos not only with the back camera but with the front camera as well. Cameras has to be the most amazing transformation over these 10 years between these 2 phones. With all that being said, the S1 was still pretty good for its time. This small little 5 megapixel camera comes with such a feature-packed camera application. We have so much to play with. You could touch anywhere to focus. You have the ability to set the exposure. You also have the ability to set scene mode, which is kind of similar to what we have with the Galaxy S10 family as well. The scene mode is pretty similar in a way. There's literally literally a night scene mode, which actually boosts the colors a little bit. Obviously, don't expect it to be like the Pixel or anything. And then so many options with shooting mode, creating smile shot, continuous pictures, beauty mode, action shot, or even create a cartoon, which actually looks interesting. Like, look at that. It creates a cartoon or like a painting of the S10 that I have in front of it. And one of the awesome things was ability to take selfies using the front camera. The only thing that was missing from the front camera is the ability to shoot front camera videos. But I mean, back then, just taking the selfie is pretty awesome. In the video mode, you've got the ability to shoot videos up to 720p and have the full control of the exposure values as well. Samsung is clearly all about features from the day one. We have so many features with their first generation product, and this is what their vision is, to provide features more than what their competition is giving us. With the Galaxy S10 Plus, it still is true. Things like headphone jack, micro SD card, all of that make this company really, really special. Thank you so much for watching this video. Really had a fun time shooting this, looking at the first generation of this great lineup. I can't wait for the Galaxy S20 to come out 10 years later. Then we'll be comparing it to the S10 Plus and see how much we have improved. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.